Okay, here is a biochar burn I am doing today. So I've got a kiln, which is my barrel. It's got 40 holes drilled in the very bottom of it. It's sitting on some pieces of marble so that the air can come in from underneath it. The fire is then lit from the top. I have stacked 50 2x4s upright in there, so it's chock-a-block full of 2x4s. And the fire will start from the top and burn its way down to the bottom. By the time it gets down to the bottom, I snuff it out on that pile of sand over there, put the lid on it, a brick on it, and it turns into charcoal because it never gets hot enough and enough oxygen to turn it into ash. So look at the smoke coming out. Oh, no, there isn't any. So this is a really, really good way of burning up 2x4s. This is just pallet wood that was from my son's place of work. It's actually called dunnage. It's between the sheets of metal roofing. And it's just something that he would just be, disposing of. So I'm turning it into charcoal. So this is my biochar burn for today. This will make me, that barrel will just about be full of biochar by the time I'm finished. And that charcoal will then go with me into burlap sacks. I've got some burlap sacks over there that are by the bucket that are already filled. And I'm going to be putting them in the lake near my algae bloom. And I'm also going to be offering them up to other people to put on the ends of their wharfs. And some people in Quamachin Lake are interested in using some of the biochar too to see if it will work with their blue-green algae. So anyways, this is my biochar burn today. It should take about 2.5 hours to burn from the top all the way to the bottom. It's completely contained. There's no smoke, so I'm not being invasive in anybody's space. Nobody's breathing anything in. And it ends up being absolutely beautiful biochar. So this is something that everybody can do in their communities, and then that biochar can be put into rivers, creeks, streams that are polluted or have heavy metals drippings or oil spills or anything like that. And the biochar charcoal has an ionic magnetic charge, and it attracts nutrients and heavy metals and toxins, and it holds the heavy metals and the toxins forever and ever, and it releases the nutrients. So after this is done sucking up the algae and nutrients in Shawnigan Lake, I will take that biochar and I will then give it to people to till into their gardens, and it becomes an amendment to your garden, and it will feed the nutrients to your plants, and it will hold 70% more water because the charcoal has an incredible surface area. An example is the size of a pencil eraser is 9,000 square feet of surface area. If you were to crush it and spread it out thinly, it would cover nearly 2 football fields. That's a lot of surface area, and every single bit of surface area attracts and holds toxins and nutrients. I literally have watched an algae bloom move across the shoreline in my beach to get sucked into the sock of biochar that I had floating in the water last year. So I'm very excited. There's an algae bloom starting again this year, and I will be doing this experiment again and documenting it better this time. Water tests first and then water tests after. So anyways, this is a biochar burn, and everybody could be doing this. It's just a barrel and then a half barrel on top with a hole for a chimney, and then I just made the chimney out of a piece of metal that I had lying around, rolled it up and screwed it together, and ta-da, chimney. So anyways, this is my biochar burn, and everybody should be doing this and cleaning up their water and putting it, once it's charged with the nutrients, you can then sprinkle it in the forests, and it will feed the trees, and it will keep the forest floor moist because it takes a lot to dry out charcoal because of all the surface area. So awesome, and thanks for watching.